Welcome to the Banter broadcast where we are doing an 82-0 challenge, but this one is a little different. We're going to take all the Lakers currently on this new stacked super team and put them all in their primes on NBA 2K to see if they can truly go 82-0 when they are at their best. So on our team, we have prime LeBron James, prime Russell Westbrook, prime Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and Carmelo Anthony. This team is going to be amazing. This is honestly probably one of the best 82-0 rosters I've ever put together because just of the sheer fact of the gravity that these players had in their careers during their primes. I mean, Russell Westbrook was an MVP, Oscar Robertson level type triple-double player for the Thunder. Carmelo Anthony is one of the all-time leading scorers he's 22 years old here. Carmelo Anthony is an absolute monster, but we start off the season, we lose our first game, funny enough, in the 82-0 challenge, so that's a little bit of a fail. But we beat the Mavericks, and this team honestly is, we're on a 6-7 game win streak right now. We could really potentially be one of the best regular season teams of all times. I'm curious to see what you guys think, so let me know in the comment section your hot takes. Will this Lakers team win the finals this year or not? But anyways, in their prime, would they go 82-0? The answer is no. We lost our first game, but we've won 15 straight. You see, the problem with this team is that I don't know how those shooters are going to do, because you don't have a star shooter. You don't have a guy that can go out there and win the game for you necessarily with a three-point shot. Anthony Davis is probably your best bet. LeBron is also pretty good too, but you don't have that guy. I know a lot of people might get mad at me in the comment section for this, but I don't think LeBron can do what he used to do nowadays. I feel like he's getting to that age where he needs this star help. Now he's got it. So I would have rather it been a shooter, but Russell Westbrook is what Russell Westbrook is. You're going to get a dog. He's going to fight every last play to ensure that LeBron wins another championship. We're 33-3 right now. Our record couldn't be better. It could. We could have tried going 82-0 with this team, but it doesn't look like we can do that anymore. But yeah, I want to know what you guys have to think, so make sure to let me know in the comments. But the Lakers are not the only team in the West this season. You have guys that are going to compete. It's a very competitive West, and they need to perform at the highest level to win the championship, because we saw last year that it is a very difficult competition, especially for the Lakers, who lost in the first round of this last year's playoffs. So I'm really interested to see that, but let's focus a little more on these players that we have on this team currently in their primes. LeBron in his prime, we all know what he is. He's one of the greatest players of all time, and we got him in his prime. So probably a large reason that we're winning a lot of these games is because of that. Not to mention Russell Westbrook, who's a triple-double machine. You know what he's gonna do for you on the court. But I want to focus more on Carmelo Anthony, because in his prime, Carmelo Anthony was one of my favorite basketball players to watch. He is one of the greatest scorers of all time. He is one of the greatest entertainers of all time, being the king of Madison Square Garden for so many years like he did. It takes a lot to put that on your shoulders and be that guy, and he was that guy, and he proved it for so many years. So Carmelo Anthony is one of my favorite players. In his prime in New York, the man was unstoppable. So let's look at Dwight Howard, which is another interesting player, because back in the day when Dwight was on the Magic, he was, you guys know what Dwight Howard was. We were giving him the Superman nickname too early just because him and Shaq we're beefing and all that kind of stuff. But Dwight Howard is a really good center. He's a really good finisher. But he made his money in the defensive area. He's been depoyed before. He's made the All-Star game several times. Dwight Howard was one of the NBA centers of, the 2000s. And to see him playing now is really interesting because he's been in the league for so long and he can still contribute to a team at that level. But he's back on LA, and as Russell Westbrook wins our MVP, it's going to be interesting to see him and Westbrook on the floor. Russell Westbrook with 24, 10, and 14. He has a monster season for us as we go 72 and 10. So we go and have this second best season of all time, tied with the Chicago Bulls. As we look through the other players that got awards, we don't have anything there. Let's check the All-NBA teams for a second. We got Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis here. Not too bad in the NBA first team. Second team, we've got LeBron and Carmelo. That's not too bad either. Honestly, not too bad of a season for my guys. I'm happy to see that we made the teams. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have anything else. We have a all defensive NBA first team with Dwight Howard. Like I was telling you, he's a defensive monster. But yeah, the all NBA teams aren't too surprising. These are some of the best basketball players of all times joining the current league in their primes. So it doesn't surprise me that they're surpassing a lot of these younger NBA talent in the all NBA rankings. So that's pretty cool, in my opinion. Russell Westbrook also made the all defensive second team. Wow, we actually got LeBron and Anthony Davis on the defensive second team too. So we had a really good defensive team, to say the least. But let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs. I'm really interested to see how this team performs in a game, show you guys how they would look like on the court in their primes, which is everybody's dream. When they go and see a basketball game, you want to see the team working in its best, and this is the dream of the Lakers in its prime. So if we make it to the finals, I'm probably going to sim the first game of the NBA finals for you guys. Watch it 2-minute quarters, you know the drill. Russell Westbrook in a Lakers uniform in itself is a little weird to see right now, but he dishes it to LeBron and LeBron dishes it to Davis. This team's movement is going to be insane because they have just sheer star talent that can go out there and just use their God-given talent, God-given athleticism on any given night and dominate the game. That's why I feel like this team is going to be so dangerous. Another thing about this team is their shooting that I mentioned earlier. And right now, the best shooter on the floor is prime Carmelo, but in real life, he's not in his prime right now. He's more of a spot-up shooter, more of a refined shooter than he was. He's not going to, he will take you off dribble, but he's not going to do it like he used to, like he is in this 2K simulation. But Melo is going to be a really interesting factor for this team. I'm really happy to finally see him and LeBron James finally end up on a team together, as they miss that buzzer beater. And as you know, it's 2-minute quarters and it's 2-6, but we have to sim the game just to see them on 2K. As Joel Embiid gets an and one and could make this a 1-point game with 48 seconds. So this is the NBA Finals again, and just these two teams are battling it out. But I'm surprised that the Sixers are giving us a run for our money in game one. Again, it is 2-minute quarters, but you know the drill here. That's how we do it. Joel Embiid at the line. Let's see if he can go ahead and make this a 1-point game. But let me know what you guys also think in the comments down below about what Joel Embiid should think of his co-star Ben Simmons not being traded so far. Do you think that it is a good thing or a bad thing for the team? Because in this 2K simulation, they make the finals with Simmons. But it looks like we are dominating again. We make a very clutch bucket as they're coming down the floor, and we'll see what they got. You got Shake Milton in the corner, dribbling it. Oh my God. Oh, he missed. It was a wide open jump shot. He missed it. and Russell Westbrook taking it down the court. You know, he's actually slowing the game down, running the shot clock out a little bit, which is really smart. So let's see if he can get a bucket too in his debut. They didn't even show us. What? They just told us he's player of the game. Okay, it went in. That was so weird. But Joel Embiid goes for 3, misses it, and they foul us. This game is all but over. Really interesting matchup. They are going to go ahead and foul us, and we are going to go ahead and just shoot these free throws and get this game over with. But, you know, the Lakers are going to be a spectacle this season. I feel like when we talk about the Lakers that we're going to see this season on the floor, we are going to associate them more with Showtime than we ever did. I'm telling you, more than we did with Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and that squad, that Showtime squad that LeBron didn't even make the playoffs with. But this is going to be one of LeBron's dream teams. He gets to play with Westbrook, Carmelo, just Anthony Davis. Like, this doesn't even make sense. LeBron has the LeBron effect, which I've been saying always. He will get veterans, and he will get veterans on minimums, but that team is the most dominant team I've seen on NBA 2K in my entire life. Okay, we win our first finals game. Let's see if we can win out the series when the simulation's over. But I really think this team could sweep the 76ers, but let's simulate the round. Oh, they do win game 2. And we win in 5. So our team are officially NBA champions. And Russell Westbrook is our MVP of the season, MVP of the finals. He is a menace, almost averaged a triple-double. But let's go ahead and look at our players and see where they rank in this season. We've got Carmelo Anthony with 26 points per game. Really, really good player. He actually outscored prime LeBron, and they're on the same team. LeBron did average 12 assists, though. He was playing more of a facilitator role, and you already know the MVP gets a triple-double, Mr. Triple-Double himself. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. Thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. I can't even begin to show how much this means to me. I mean, working so hard with my 4 partners has been one of the best journeys we've ever had, and to be here with you guys today with 10,000 subscribers is unreal. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the Banter Broadcast, and we'll see you next time.